What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And as you can see here, I got a package from a group or a brand called Rigid Pro. This is the center rig base for the FX30 and FX3. Now, I do have an FX30, and I have been experimenting with different ways of rigging out my camera. So I'll be doing two different videos of rigging out your FX30. I'm going to be doing one that's in more of a minimalistic way, but not as expensive. And then I'll also be doing one with this brand from Rigid Pro. Now, this will work with both the FX30 and the FX3. First heard about this when I was watching some videos on different ways you could rig out your FX30, and I saw this, and there was a tutorial on how to build this with your FX30, and so I decided to try it. This is from Australia. It's initially, when I first looked at the website, it was like $293. Now it's $307 US dollars, $307. Now it's 307 US dollars for this. Now, in the initial reviews on this, it says you have to use a specific cage for this. Now, I do have a small rig cage for my FX30. From what I read from their main website, that small rig cage for the FX30 will work on this. So we're going to unbox this, and then I'm going to show you what comes with it. This is the Center Rig Pro. Now, it looks plastic. I'm not going to lie. When I first opened it up and picked it up, it felt pretty light. I thought, man, this is plastic. But when you actually tap on it, it's doesn't feel plasticky. It's pretty light though. So when I imagine putting on the cage for my FX30 with my FX30 in this, it won't add that much weight to it because it's pretty light. Now, the only other thing you get in here other than this is you get a Allen wrench and some quarter screws. I would imagine this part right here, the one that goes into the bottom of the small rig cage, and these are what you're going to use to screw onto the center rig to lock your cage in place. It comes with an included Allen wrench, and I guess it's some sort of a warranty or how to assemble it. Otherwise, we're just going to go initially through this. Now, this is my first time owning anything like this, so I do apologize if I do get a little bit messed up. Now, it looks like you have here D-tap powers. So if you have V-mounted batteries, pretty much all of them will have a way where you can use a D-tap mount to power pretty much anything that you want to power with your camera rig. I'm guessing that's the voltage meter. It shows you how much power you're either using or how much voltage you're using. Although I guess from your depending on the small rig or depending on the V-mount battery that you're using, usually that will have it on a display. So on my small rig V50, it does show me the amperages and all that on the battery. So it's kind of cool that I have two different ways of showing it. You have a bunch of quarter screws that you can add attachments like a top handle. This is going to be your V-mounted plate. So on the bottom, you'll have a way of powering it. So you don't have to use any type of extra anything. You simply just slide it in, and it's powered that way. There's your release. That is your on and off button. Now, from what I understand, once you turn off the power, even though the battery and everything is connected to it, it's like a standby mode, I suppose, at least from what I've heard and from what I read. When you turn this off, everything is turned off, including your camera if you have a battery powered to this. And then when you turn it on, everything just comes on. But don't quote me on that. I don't really know. This is where you're going to be using your FX30 or your FX3. When it comes to the flip out screen, you should just tap it, flip it around, put it on the side, and that is obviously where you would put in your cage. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with it. I honestly thought it was going to be made of full metal. It was going to be pretty heavy, but no, seems to be a pretty nice product. So shout out to Rigid Pro. Been watching a video for a bit, just deciding whether I want to get it or not, but it looks like this is going to be something that is going to be pretty fun. And it looks like there's also screw holes on the side that you can probably add other stuff to also. So this does give you a ton of options for mounting pretty much anything you want. Looks like you got some RE connections right there as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to putting this together with my FX30 with my small rig. So yeah, so overall initial impressions, this is something that I would really recommend you deciding on. If you need it, buy it. But if you don't plan on rigging out your camera like this, I'd probably try and look at something a little bit less expensive. Like I said, this is 307 US dollars for this, and it's just like, I guess, a sale, but it normally costs like $351. Otherwise, stay tuned for my next video where I'll be doing a more of a minimalistic way of rigging out your FX30 that won't cost you anywhere near as much as this. So that's all that I got for you guys. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching. My name is Becca Pino, the Tech Guy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy your weekend.